No one prepared you for the silence. I'm pretty sure no one prepared you for the shock either. And now you're sitting in your house all alone, trying to figure out how to do this grief thing. You're sitting in your house, you're sitting in your car, you're in your bed. You're trying to figure out how are you going to survive without them. You're trying to figure out how to keep breathing. You're trying to figure out what's your next step. And if you've ever asked yourself, where do I begin? Then this live is going to be for you. Because most of us don't even know the answer to that question. And the answer to the question, as far as I can tell, is that you begin right here. I'm going live to walk you through the first steps of healing. And I promise you, this is not going to be anything like what you thought you were going to get. You're going to hear me say things that you didn't think would even make sense on here. Things that people don't say. Number one, you don't need to have it all figured out. It is not your job to have it all figured out right now. You don't need to know what's my next step. You just need to keep showing up for yourself. And that's where I want to start. I want to start right here with the truth, with the guidance, and with real support. My name is Sharon Brubaker, and I'm the owner of the Grief School. The Grief School is the place where healing begins. I created the Grief School in 2006, not in 2006. My nephew, Austin, drowned in 2006, and that was the first time that I didn't know where to begin. But I went out on a mission to find out everything I could about grief, loss, and a broken heart. So everyone, let's take a deep breath together, because we are all here right now. Where is here? We are all grievers. We are all broken. And we are all trying to figure this out. And we're going to do it together. I know you're carrying something really heavy. I know it feels like it's going to weigh you down. I know it feels unbearable. I know it feels like you can't even stand up under it. I just said you're in your car, you're crying, you're in your bed, you're scrolling on TikTok because you cannot figure out a way out. But I'm hoping through this live for this next hour, you find a direction that makes sense for you. Find something that helps you. Find something that'll get you to the next hour. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to be absolutely broken. I know what it feels like to be rolled up into a ball, crying, thinking that no one knows how much pain you're in. I know what it feels like to walk into the doctor's office and all of these people are there and you're just saying to yourself, they don't even know. They don't even know. They don't even know how much pain I'm in. But I also know this. Where do I start? So let's talk about that today. Because no one prepares you for what happens after the funeral. No one tells you when the cards are going to stop coming, which happens really quickly, that the meals are going to stop, that everything gets quiet. People don't tell you they're going to stop showing up because they left you with that last line that was the most important. You just let me know if you need anything. And once they said that, they were gone. And yes, you can call them. Absolutely, you can call them. But are they going to show up for you? I don't know. When your friends have gone back to their normal life, you're still waking up in shock every morning. You cannot believe this has happened to you. Every morning you're having to relive the pain you were in yesterday. Every morning you're realizing you're having to sit in this space. Hey, Keisha, feeling like the time has moved on and everyone has left you behind. And I know you've asked yourself, am I crazy? Am I doing this right? Am I okay? Is this what grieving is like? Will I ever feel normal again? And the answer is yes, you will feel normal again. And I'm here to tell you that I am living proof of it. Here's the other thing that I want to tell you. We've been lied to, and we've been lied to big time, that grieving is a place that we will stay for the rest of our lives. That is not true. Grieving is absolutely a place for us to pass through. If we don't stay frozen, if we go after it, and I mean go after that pain, the brokenness in your heart, if you go after the brokenness in your heart, that is the place where you will begin. And let me say it as clearly as possible. You begin right here in the broken heart. First, you have to acknowledge that your heart is broken. You have to acknowledge that your heart is broken, that your person is no longer here, that he is no longer here, she is no longer here. You begin with one breath, and you acknowledge that they're no longer here. You begin with one breath, one truth, and one step. You begin by acknowledging that your world has absolutely shattered. To everyone here today, to everyone who has lost a child, your world is shattered. To everyone who has lost their mother, your world is absolutely shattered. To everyone who has lost their husband, their partner, their friend, their best friend, your world is absolutely shattered. And let me say this, what has happened to you is absolutely unfair. What has happened to you is unfair. We begin by acknowledging that the world is shattered, and that pretending that it isn't gone or isn't changed is not helpful. For us to walk around in our brain pretending like everything is okay is not helpful. It is prolonging the grief. Pretending that we are okay is prolonging the grief. And you pretend in many ways. One of the things we talked about today is simply not saying that your person is dead, saying that they've passed on, that they're in a better place, all of those things. You don't have to say it every day, but acknowledging to yourself that your person has died is one of the ways of not pretending, not resisting. You begin by acknowledging that your world is shattered and that pretending that it hasn't is not helpful anymore. You begin to allow yourself to feel it. You've got to feel this brokenness, this pain. It's your job to feel it. I can't feel it for you. Your friend sitting next to you, she can't feel it for you. The only person that can feel this pain is you. The only person that can feel this pain for the person that they lost is you. Now, there's another box over here. And there's another box over here. When you lose your dad, I can feel this pain, my brother can feel this pain, my sister can feel this pain. You're not going to feel their pain. Their pain is connected to their brokenness. You are not going to feel it. Even though you know what pain feels like. Thank you, Suzanne. You know what pain feels like. You know what grief pain feels like. You know what brokenness feels like. You're not going to feel their pain. I can't feel your pain. We can't feel anyone's pain. But we all know what grief feels like. And it sucks. And it sucks big time. We all know what grief feels like. So you begin by allowing yourself to feel it. And I promise you, it is the hardest part. But it's not the most important. We all think it's the most important, but it's not. It is our way through. It is our rite of passage. Feeling the pain is our rite of passage through the brokenness in our heart. And before we go any further, let me ask you this. Have you told the truth about your loss? Have you really been telling the truth about your loss? About what your loss has done to you? Let me clarify that. Have you told the truth about what your loss has done to you? Are you telling the truth to your colleagues that you can't breathe? Are you telling people that you don't get out of bed? Are you telling people that you don't go to the store anymore? Do you tell people that you're really angry? Do you ever tell anyone how mad you are that they're no longer here? How deep do you go in your grief story? How how deep do you go in this version with your coworkers? When your girlfriend left you and said, "Hey girl, if you need me, call me." Do you ever call her? Or are you like this? When they say, "How are you?" "I'm okay." "Man, this is harder than I thought it would be." "Hey girl, how's it going?" "Hey, I haven't seen you since Bob died. How's it going?" Like they really will say it. They will say it. And you say, "Oh, I'm okay." But what about the real truth? What about saying the real truth? "Hey girl, I haven't seen you since Bob died. How's it going?" "I'm angry. I'm absolutely broken and I can't sleep. I don't know who I am anymore and I'm trying to figure it out." Why don't we answer that way? Why don't we tell the real truth? Someone says here, "I'm fucked up and barely making it." And that's what I say. Good, good. Have you said any of those things that I just quoted or the one that we quoted from Enjoy, any of those out loud? Because that's the first step. We, as the griever, have to tell the truth. We have to tell the truth to ourselves first by acknowledging that they have died. Doesn't mean you have to repeat it, but you have to acknowledge it. And then, secondly, we have to start saying it. Friends, you know why you didn't get the book on how to grieve? You didn't get the book on how to grieve because people are still pussyfooting around the grief. They're walking on eggshells around the grief. Then when they become the griever, oh my gosh, all the whole world has broken loose. But here's the truth. You can answer that way because it's your truth. But here's what I want you to know about yourself. You are not broken. I say this all the time. And I say it all the time specifically because I thought Erica was broken. I thought I was never going to be able to put her back together again. You are not weak. You don't need to know every step. You don't need to know how to do it step by step. You just need to lean in. You're not failing at grief because you were never taught how to do this. You are not failing because you were never taught how to do this. And no one is coming to say, pull you aside and be like, "Hey, girl, when the world falls apart, here's what I want you to do. Hey, girl, this is what you can expect on this grief healing journey." There's people out there saying it now, but I'm telling you, 18 years ago, there weren't any. And I was out here saying it, but there wasn't social media. So, I'm fighting two battles here. So I'm going to tell you what to expect. How are you doing your dumps? They really help. I need to be doing my dumps. Here's me telling you what to expect now. Your brain will be in a fog. And here's what it'll do to your body. Your soul will ache. Your soul will long for them, and it will absolutely ache. Most of you will be told to be strong, and that is a lie. The other half of you, if not also told this, there's another half of you that will be told to keep going. If you don't tell this to yourself, someone else is going to tell you this, and that's stay busy. Stay busy. And we internalize that in our grief. We take that to mean that it is the law of grieving. Stay busy, be strong, do all these things. So instead of being on this side of the heart, we're 100% on this side of the heart with the brain. And we internalize every bit of it. Suzanne says, "I hate the brain fog. I'm mad that I'm in it again." The live share. Hey, Flaw Girl, I'm doing okay. I had the stomach flu yesterday. That's why I came on a little early today. We internalize everything that they say because I need to get off of here. My head is killing me. I didn't have coffee today. Let me ask you a question. Have you, yes or no, ever felt like the people around you, especially the ones that were there in the beginning or the ones that are still showing up now, are they wanting you to move on? How many of you, give me a yes or no if people are wanting you to move on? Yes or no, are people wanting you to move on? Yes, yes. Thank you for the badges, everyone. Oh, Julie, my heart to yours, Julie. Let me know. Let me know. Can I reach out to you? Can we talk about it? I'd love to be your heart with ears. Julie found out the other day that a friend of hers died in a car accident, and she's absolutely been heartbroken. I'd love to talk to you, Julie, anytime. Delilah says, I'm really exhausted. My mom's 1 year is on Friday, and that hurts. Yes, Delilah, what is your plan for mom's 1 year? What do you plan to do to honor her and honor you? Bill says, no one is asking him to move on. Julie, anytime. Delilah says, in my head, I tell myself that people think I should be over it. Are you just telling yourself that, or are people telling you that? Because sometimes people, they say these little things and they're not coming straight out and saying it. Maybe your loss has only been a few weeks. Maybe it's been a year. Maybe it's been a few years. But people stop checking in. They stop asking you about your person. They stop saying their name. They think you're okay because you've got so good at pretending it. They think you're okay. Denise says, oh, Julie, I'm so sorry for your loss. They think you're over it because you're so good at pretending it. Or they say things like this, which I think is even worse. You know, you need to let this go. She wouldn't want you to be like this. It's been a year now. It's time for you to be over it. They wouldn't want you to be this sad. And I don't think that they can speak on the person. I just don't. I don't. So I'm going to say something really hard, but true. In their eyes, no matter what they're saying and no matter how they're coming across, most people are wanting you to move on. Most people are wanting you to be over it already. They're wanting you to move on. They need to know that you're okay, so they're okay. Summer said, that's the hard part. You're not special. I actually want to do a whole live on this. I want to do a whole live on this. I said this the other day. You are not special. You're not special. You don't deserve to be put on a platform. I'm sorry. You don't deserve a crown placed on your head. You don't get to go to the highest mountaintop and we all praise you. You are not special. You are grieving. I'm not telling you to expect special treatment. Expect normal treatment. Treat me normal. Treat me like a griever. I never said that I was special. I never said I wanted more than you could give. I know that I'm not special. But damn, treat me like I'm broken in pain. My heart is broken. Not I'm broken. My heart is broken. I'm in pain. I lost the love of my life. Treat me like that. Treat me like I was with this man for 40 years and now he's gone. Jesus, people, will you expect me to be over this in 2 weeks? Treat me like that. Treat me like you don't know how bad this pain is, but this pain hurts. Treat me like that. You are not special to them. They love your person too, but they are not living in your shoes. They have no idea. But for me, and I'm going to add this on, for anybody who's in the group that's supporting the griever, damn, you guys make it so hard for us. Not only are we grieving our person, now we realize we got to grieve you too. Now we realize I don't even think I like her. Now we start looking at them with different eyes. And at some point, they expect you to bounce back. And that bounce back part is really hard, because that bounce back part, they expect it to be quick. They want you to bounce back, smile, and keep going. They want you to bounce back, smile, and keep going. The world gives us a grace period based on their timeline. And then they expect performance. But here's the truth of what I'm trying to tell you. Grief doesn't work that way. It never did. It never did. And here's the rawest thing that I can give you today. I think I said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again. No one is coming to save you. Sorry, they're not. Not even me. I can't save you. You've got to step onto this grief healing journey on your own. Your church is not coming to save you. Your best friend is not coming to save you. Not even your family. Oh, they care. They love you, but they're not coming. They are not coming because they don't know how to do this thing. And they don't know how to do this thing because no one has been talking about how to do the grief. They can't carry this for you. You have to carry it on your own. Here's the saddest thing I think of everything is that we have to realize that you have to be your own rescue. I am simply a guide. I guide you through the process. You still have to do the work. I have some beautiful ladies right now in different classes, all doing work, and they're struggling. They're struggling really hard. They're getting hit in all different directions because doing the work is hard. You can start small, but it always starts with the truth. You can start small, but it always starts with the truth. Debbie says, my best friend knows I'm feeling lonely and she went to a casino. My heart to yours, Miss Debbie. We see you. Well, don't scare them away, Suzanne. She's so cute. She said, you think losing your person is hard? Wait till you do the work. And it's true. The grief work is hard. I'm not going to lie. I can't sugarcoat it. We start small. We start with the truth. You start by deciding that even though the grief is massive, you're going to take one small action in the direction of healing every single day. That might be crying. That might be talking. That might be showing up to Grief Study Hall. That might be showing up to these lives. That might be putting a question in. Whatever it is, it's going to make the grief start moving. It's going to keep the grief in the forefront. It's one of the reasons Erica and I created the Griever's Guide. If you're on my Facebook page, you can go to the link in the introduction here. It says Beacons AI, the Grief School. You can find the Griever's Guide there. If you're on TikTok, you can click the link that says click here for hope. I didn't have coffee today, and my head is killing me because I remember what it felt like not to know the beginning. I remember what it felt like not knowing what direction to go in. I remember what it felt like standing on that porch, not knowing what to do. I remember that. I remember trying to find resources to fix Erica. I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you guys. I literally thought I was going to be fixing her. I remember what it looked like trying to find resources. I remember what it felt like every time she came home from a support group. I wouldn't go to the support group because I didn't need the support because I wasn't grieving. That's what I thought. I thought she was grieving. I remember going onto Google and all I could find were the 5 stages. However, I believed in the 5 stages at that time, but nothing gave me a clear or simple path to follow. I didn't want fluff. I wanted guidance. I wanted a book. I wanted a book that says, you in danger, girl, and you got to do this, this, and this. That's what I wanted. I wanted someone to tell me what to do. I already knew I was in danger. 5642 says, Sharon, I'm so sorry I haven't been here, but things have been really rough. My heart to yours. She said, sometimes I just need silence and quiet. This is your cousin. I'll be back. I love you. I know who that is. I love you. I've been thinking about you. Girl, I didn't know that name. My heart to yours, love. My heart to yours. I'm going to reach out to you. I didn't want fluff. I wanted guidance. I wanted that book. I wanted someone to tell me that grief really was why it was showing up, what it was, why it was showing up, why it was so hard, how to start surviving the nights. The mornings were the worst for me. How could I do this without crying? Sometimes Erica would be on the bathroom floor and I didn't know how we were going to get her off of there. I didn't know. So together, she and I created this book called The Griever's Guide. If you guys download The Griever's Guide, you're going to get an option to buy a video series, a 6-video series that I created called Forever Changed. And it talks about the grieving. It is the thing that you need to understand. It is the thing that understands what grief is. There's a whole section in there, a video that I created on how to talk to your kids about grief, loss, and a broken heart. Currently, right now, I think it's still $27, but I'm putting it on sale for $17. It's a 6-video series with a journal. Download it. I promise you it's great. It was what I needed. I created what I needed. Grief is something that you will carry with you, but you do not have to carry it for the rest of your life. It is something that you will hold. When everything else feels too crazy and you can't figure a way out, something like the Griever's Guide will be able to help you. Coming into these lives will be able to help you. So let me ask you this. What is the timeline that you think for your grief? Click here click here at the top, and you're going to click the link that says click here for hope. Heather says, sometimes I'm afraid to fall asleep. Denise says, I love your truth. There's no checklist. There's no to-do list. You just have to do it one day at a time. And that's the truth. Grief is really hard right now. My mom sent me pictures of, my daughter sent me pictures of my mom. Do you guys think you're on a timeline? Because there's not a timeline. There's not a checklist, like Suzanne said. But with real tools and real language, we, one, understand what grief is. Grief is a broken heart. Grief is normal. It is normal for us to grieve. I don't know about you, but this will not be your last grieving experience. You will have multiple grieving experiences throughout your life. There is no timeline. There is no checklist. Grief asks that you be present for it, and that you be honest. And to begin, you have to start thinking in a way of knowing what is the thoughts that's coming to your brain and what is your heart. What are the tricks that the two together are playing on you? Sometimes we just need to sit in quiet, like this beautiful friend said. Sometimes we just need to sit in quiet. Sometimes we can watch a video. If you're not on the Facebook group, All the lives that I do stay in there. Wouldn't it be, Debbie said, wouldn't it be great to have a checklist? Well, yeah, but would we do everything on the checklist, Debbie? Would we, if we did have a checklist, would we do all the things or would we skip around? Come on, let's be honest, right? So what would be on the checklist? Fear, because we just heard that our person died, we'd have fear. And then we have to call the funeral home. And then we have to talk to the family. And we have to have the funeral. I spelled it wrong up here. Then we have to have the funeral. Spelled it wrong. And then we have to have the food, because everybody's been bringing over food. And then we would have the cards. So we have to go through the cards. And then, I don't know, week 3. I think that's when things kind of stop. Then we're numb. And then we cry. And then we're angry. I don't know what would be on your checklist. But I don't know about you, but I don't want to do any of those. But there's what would happen. Ooh, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. Oh, I'll talk to my family. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay. I'll look at the cards. Like, that's how it would be. That's why there's no checklist. The other reason there's no checklist is because it might not go in this order. You don't have to have the funeral right away. You can have the funeral whenever. You can have the funeral whenever. You can talk to people at different times. Debbie said, you did all that and you haven't even touched the grief. And you've done all of this and you haven't even touched the grief. Suzanne says, Sharon can guide you through the process. You will heal. Oh. If there is a checklist, mine is complete. I want to tell you guys about something that I'm creating right now. You've heard me touch on it, but I'm really there. Sometimes we don't just need lives. Sometimes we don't just need grief study hall. I'm doing all the things to get in front of you. But sometimes we need a full break from the world. We need to step away from the world and just concentrate on where we are. And prior to COVID, I only did weekend intensives with Erica and I. We would bring everybody together and we would do our grief over a weekend. And I'm bringing those back. And I want to just talk on it real quick because I haven't done the full selling of it, but I want to let you guys know that it's happening. I want to invite you all to something special. It's going to be in Dallas, July 24th through the 28th. This is not a retreat. This is not a retreat. This is not a getaway. I will not have sound bowls. There will not be someone there massaging you. This is not about keeping busy. It is about deep work. It is a grief intensive weekend. It is a place that I'm going to bring you, and Erica will be there, and we're going to be doing the deep work where we will sit in our pain and learn how to finally move through it. Well, you will meet other women and get to talk to them about their pain. We're going to live it through the whole weekend. We're going to take ourselves out of the situation and bring us all together into one room. It's going to start on Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And on Monday night, we're going to do a Zoom. And my prayer is that for each and every one of you, a part of you will be restored. You will cry. You will be broken. You will not be focusing on everyone else in the world. It is packed full of information, and we're doing work the entire time. Because here's the bottom line. You can stay where you are, or you can choose to take a step forward. I promise you, you're not going to forget them. You're not going to stop loving them. You're not going to dishonor them. But for all of us, we have to figure out how to get our grief work done. For me, I feel like my heart is filled even more with the love of Austin, Donovan, my dad, and with Sharon. You've been surviving this for a long time. You have been surviving this for a long time. You deserve to feel joy again. You deserve peace. So this right here, what I'm offering you is going to be a place to begin. I'm putting it all together now, and I'm going to be talking more about it, but I wanted to let you know. Here's the biggest thing that I want you guys to get out of today's lesson. No one is coming to save you. You've got to do the work. No one is going to push you. No one is going to make you do the work. You've got to figure this out on your own. We have to get together. We have to talk about it. We have to share about it with honesty. And through that and my guidance, you will be able to figure it out. Okay, that's the end of my class for today. I'm going to answer some questions here, and then I'll be in TikTok for a minute. Dee says, I'm struggling closing out my mother's affairs. I don't want to do it. I'm the only heir, so I have it. I have to. It's too heavy. Dee, I have a question for you. Do you have to do it right now? Do you have to do it right now? Yes, I do one-on-one. Do you have to do it right now, Dee? Is it something that you can wait on? Or are there portions of it you have to do right now? Settling the estate is always final. And sometimes intellectually, it's very hard. Here's the other thing I want to tell you, Dee. Let me answer this question for Dee real quick. Summer, you're amazing. You are very welcome. Dee, there's two parts to our grief. There's our brain, which is our intellect, and there's our heart, which is our emotion. When you say to me, I don't want to do it, you are talking to me from here. This part doesn't get to close out mom's estate. You don't get to close out mom's estate here. You have to close out mom's estate here. You have to do it intellectually. You have to go into your brain to meet with and handle all the paperwork. When you say, I don't want to do it, you're coming from here. It's your heart, your broken heart. You have to go into your brain and intellectually approach this. So one of the ways that I would do it, if I were you, is I would have a moment with myself. If I know I have to meet with the attorney at 2:00, at 7:00 on Tuesday morning, the day of the meeting, I would get up and I would be crying. I'd be crying, I'd be grieving, I'd be processing grief. I would take out as much of the grief emotional energy as I could. Play mom's favorite song, read her books, look at her funeral pamphlet, get out as much of the emotional energy as you can. And then when you're done, when you're back into your brain, then your brain can go to the meeting at 2:00. I'm not saying you won't cry at the meeting. You may actually cry at the meeting. You may drop a few tears, but here's where you need to start. You need to get out the emotional energy, and then business is always done here in the brain. Grief is done here in the heart. The problem is we mix the two together. We put them together. And so anytime you guys, you're settling out the estate, when you're planning the funeral, you're doing that from here, not from here. Here's the other thing. If you're planning the funeral from here and sister walks in and she's all here, guess what's going to happen? A fight. A fight is going to happen because she's approaching it from her heart, not from her brain. All business decisions are done with the brain. Doesn't matter how much you're grieving. Doesn't matter how much pain you're in today. You've got to move from your heart into your brain. You've got to Tell yourself, I'm going to look at this paper. I'm not going to bring my emotions into this right now. I'm going to make all the decisions with my brain. But here's the other thing. When you're sitting in that corner quiet, you're in your heart. You've got to be in your heart to grieve. Crystal says, I have to be the one to send my brother's death certificate out, and I'm putting it aside, seeing it hurts so much. Same thing, Miss Crystal. You're the exact same thing. That is, whatever you're sending the death certificate to is business. Don't delay taking care of business. Here's the other thing that we do. Sometimes we don't pay our bills on time because we're too emotional. Sometimes we don't want to go to the bank and handle the bank because we're too emotional. When we conflate the two, when we mix them together, it becomes a shit show. D, if there's nothing that needs to happen right now, honestly, I would tell you don't do it just yet. Don't do it just yet till you can get a clear distinction between the two. We have a beautiful lady in our group who's just been every day kind of going in her husband's closet trying to get rid of things, but then sometimes she can't. And she goes in there and I'm like, stop. You're not ready yet. Don't do it. It's okay. It's okay if we're not ready. I can't tell you when you're going to be ready. Only you can tell you when you're going to be ready. Only you can tell you that. Suzanne said, I spent the weekend writing my brother's obituary. And that one is hard because it is intellectual, but a lot of the things you're bringing up to put on the paper are emotional. So if it were me, I would be here. And then I would go here and have a big cry about it. And this also reminds me, I think I just shared this story the other day. We were writing the obituary for my dad. My sister and I were sitting down. We were all right here. In comes my other sister, all right here. And every line on the obituary she hated. Well, I don't like the way you wrote that. I don't like the way that sounds, because she came in here. So, of course, me being the big sister and the big mouth, I was like, then leave. It's going to cause a fight. It will. My dad passed away 1 month ago, and we should be cleaning out his truck, but it's too difficult. Why should you be? Does it have to be done? Do you have to clean out his truck? Summer says, oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, brothers and sisters will fight because I'm telling you, one of them comes in emotional, the other one comes in intellectual, and the third one comes in hot. Do you have to clean out the truck? If there's no reason for you to clean out the truck, then don't clean out the truck. I guarantee you, my dad's truck still had junk of his in it. We took out some of the stuff. No, well, no, not really. No one will be actually using it. Then don't do it. Things that have to be done, those things have to be done. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. When Sharon died, her kids were not getting the ashes. I knew that it was too hard for them. So I finally called the oldest daughter and I said, can I pick it up? Because they had been there for 3 weeks. They were ready to be picked up, but I'm sure all of them were like, no, I'm not doing that. I called and asked if I could get them. It was an honor for me. That had to be done. We didn't have a choice about that. Those ashes had to be picked up. And so I went and got them. Ralph says, I still have all of my wife's things, and it's been over 21 months. Here's the truth. No one, not even me, can tell you when to get rid of your person's stuff. No one can tell you where to put it aside. No one can tell you when to go through it. And everybody does it different. And Ralph, I'm glad you still have her stuff. If that makes you happy, I'm glad you still have her stuff. He says, I'm not going to. That's a good thing for you to do. Pick up her ashes. Garza 23 said, Thank you for your words. Yes, it does. If it makes you feel good to have them, don't get rid of them. Guys, sorry, we all have choices. Grievers have choices. Guess what? No one's ever told you that. You have the choice of whether to close her estate. You have the choice of whether to get rid of her clothes right now. You have the choice of whether to get rid of her things. Don't let anyone come in here and tell you otherwise. Okay, here's the other thing. The one that's closest to the griever, so the husband and wife, they have the choice. If both of the parents are gone and it's the kids, they have the choice. If the parents are gone and the kids are gone, it's the grandchildren, they have the choice. Whoever's closest to the griever. Erica was closest to Donovan and Austin. Excuse me, she had the say on everything that went on for them. I had no say. I would walk up to her and go, "Are we using purple or green?" And she would pick one. "Do you want it big or small?" And then I would just go make it happen. But she picked everything for both of her kids. When our dad died, it was all of us kids. And we all came in with our different personalities and our different relationship with our dad. Think about that. We all had a different relationship with him. We all came in to do the stuff, and we all had an attitude problem. No, we didn't. I'm making that up. But the night that we wrote that thing, yeah. Was that your sister, Erica? Yes. Erica's the mother of Donovan and Austin. If you're in the Facebook group, you can go to the top of the Facebook group and you can see a couple of videos we've done together. Erica also has a question and answer coming this Sunday. No, this Sunday? Yes, this Sunday, the 8th. I put an invite in the Facebook group for you guys to go if anyone wants to go. If you've lost a child, it's going to be great. If you've had a divorce, it's going to be great. If you've had a child out of wedlock, it's going to be great. If you lost more than one child, it's going to be great. It's going to be on her Facebook page. I put a link in the Facebook group and you can see it there. On the 8th, also, in the morning at 9 a.m., I'm going to be doing Sundays with Sharon. So anyone's having a hard time with Father's Day coming up, I'll be meeting you here live at 9 a.m. Sorry, 9 a.m. on the 8th. I'll go live in TikTok first, and then we're going to go live to talk about surviving Father's Day. If you're not struggling with the loss of a dad, any holiday can cause you to struggle, so please do come. We'll be talking about a lot of that stuff as well. All right, friends, I'm going to hop off. My head is absolutely throbbing. I had the stomach flu yesterday, believe it or not. And I'm telling you, if I did not lose 5 pounds, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so mad. Summer, it's going to be, if it's not in the Facebook group today, it will be in there first thing in the morning. And I'll make sure that's in there. And the Facebook group is the Grief School. And I have the post about Erica's question and answer. And that's in on the 8th in the evening. I will not be there, guys. That's her own thing that goes along with her book. And it's going to be there. But I just want to tell you guys about it. And thank you, Flaw Girl. Thank you, Deborah. I just want to tell you guys about it because I think Erica's fantastic. And I think she'll be really great to answer questions for anybody who wants it. So I wanted to promote her little gig for this weekend. All right, loves. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. No, I won't. No, I won't. I'll be back tomorrow at 4. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. with our second live for the week. I love you all. I'm so honored to be here. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.